Hello my crafty peeps, it's Cheyenne from ecdesignstudios.com and welcome to Tips and Techniques Tuesday. So we are kind of continuing on where we left off before the holidays with our embossing. So what we're going to do today is take the delicate details. This is just gorgeous. This is from the Sale-a-bration brochure. So starting January 4th through I believe it's March 31st, for every $50 you purchase, you qualify to pick one thing from the Sale-a-bration brochure. So it's a good time to stock up because you get free things like this. So I just think it's adorable. Now I kind of cased this idea from, I believe it was the brochure or Pinterest or somewhere, I don't know. I just thought it was a good idea and it's something that you can do. So we've got the delicate details. We're probably going to be using all of these because why not? And we're also going to need, let's see, alright, the eye stamping block. So next, Versamark. I've got some Stampin Up white emboss powder, Stampin' Emboss powder, embossing buddy. And we're going to be using Pink Pirouette, Melon Mambo, and Blushing Bride. We're going to be doing some sponging ink blending. And then we've got my sponges. I thought this would be a good time to show you what I do with my sponges. So they come in these big rounds, and I cut them up into quarters, just like this. And then I take a little piece of Whisper White. I cut it. I can't remember the dimensions, but I also have the markers. So I go ahead and use the coordinating marker to write what color it is. And this is just a tackle box, something that you're supposed to put beads in. It does have these removable little bits. So this is just what I do. And then I can just keep reusing them until they literally do just fall apart. You're also going to need your heat tool. So let's get started. First thing I'm going to do is take my embossing buddy, get a little bit on there, and wipe it all around because we don't need any static going on. Get my Versamark ready. I'm going to go ahead and get my white embossing powder ready. You could do clear too. Like if you were using a different color and you wanted that to shine through, go ahead. Do clear, it's fine. And now let's pop these out. Now I haven't taken these off the sticky part, the plastic, so they tend to get just a little stuck on there. And now I'm just going to take my block, actually I'm going to line it up. When you just kind of drop them down, they tend to, you know, line up better than when you like stick them down onto it. So I'm just going to, actually I kind of like, they had these ones kind of going back and forth. So I think I'm going to do that. Because yeah, that'll fit, even staggered, it's going to fit 4 1/4. And yeah, that's a piece of 4 1/4 by 8 1/2 Whisper White. I don't know if I mentioned that. I don't remember if I did. And I'm just going to line these up. Okay, so there they are, all lined up. Having a silicone mat really helps. And then I'm just going to, we can't fit them all. We can't fit them all. Alright, so I'll just know to start with that one on the next one. Okay. So, you know, I'm not sure that I'm going to use that one. I think I'm just going to use the really, really fancy ones. So, alright. The only one I don't think I'm going to use is the little scallop one. But we'll see. We'll see. There's a whole card here to do. So now, because that one's backwards. Okay, big important key when you're stamping. Make sure all the stamps are going in the right direction, because that one was upside down too. Okay, we all make mistakes. Alright. Come on, get that lined up. Alright, so since this is a pretty big area, I'm going to take my Versamark over here to the actual stamps instead of vice versa. You can sometimes just get a better ink job on it without getting all the edges of your block inked up. So then I'm just going to bring it right over here and give it a good stamp. Even pressure. Kind of soak in and lift straight up. And I can kind of see it, so I'm just going to go ahead and stamp all of this and then pop the powder on. Okay, so here I've got it. It's not heat set yet, but I just want to show you. Look at how gorgeous that is. This is going to be wonderful once it's all heat set. So I'm going to do that. Remember to let your heat tool heat up for 30 to 40 seconds. The hotter you get it before you bring it to your project, the less likely it is that the heat's going to warp the paper. So I'm going to do that, and we'll see what we end up with. All right, isn't that just gorgeous? Like, imagine this on like a wedding card, or for a bridal shower, anniversary. Like this is definitely like the white on white. This is reminding me of like a wedding dress sort of detail. So that could be really gorgeous. Could be very sentimental. All right, I'm gonna zoom you back out. There we go. Okay, now I'm gonna make sure. Once you heat the embossing powder, you got to give it just a little bit to kind of like cool off and set. Otherwise, you can smear it. I'm just gonna bend my paper a little bit. Oh, it's a gorgeous feel to it too. But imagine this in like the other embossing colors too. Like this is pretty wonderful itself. Like I kind of feel like, okay, I'm done. What more do I need to do? Okay, what we need to do is bring in some color. So let's get our various inks going. And I'm just going to kind of like sponge it around. No real rhyme or reason. Just kind of trying to make a more watercolory sort of background. Watercolory. Yes, the English language is my first. Okay. And let me make sure that these are going with the right one. I'm not sure why I'm trying to read the foreign language one. Like I did take Spanish and French, but not well enough to determine which one is Pink Pirouette and which one is Blushing Bride. So, alright, this one would be Blushing Bride. Let's pop that one there. And yep, that's Pink Pirouette. So, alright, I'm going to start out lightest to darkest. So let's get our Pink Pirouette going. And I'm just going to start softly blending colors. Nothing too crazy. I just want this kind of soft and delicate. You could choose like any color combination too that you wanted. It doesn't have to be pinks, blues, purples, greens, you know, whatever a favorite color is. So it would also be pretty nice in like Sahara sand and crumb cake, get a more vintagey look to it. So alright, I'm going to stop talking and we will just fast forward through this section. Okay, so now that I've got the ink blending going, I'm just going to take a dry paper towel. I'm just going to buff over the embossing powder because the Melon Mambo kind of stained it little bit. Got a little up there, so I'm just going to kind of wipe it off the embossing powder. Bring that back to white. Alright, and then because you've been like working with inks, well, first of all, put the inks away. Step one. And then when you're done with that, be sure to use a baby wipe and get the ink off your fingers before you touch anything else. Otherwise, you're going to contaminate the scene. So, get them all nice and clean. You don't want to leave your fingerprints anywhere. That's just incriminating evidence at that point, isn't it? Oh, all right. And there we have it. See how that just pops out? It says, and heat emboss or wet emboss resist. So just imagine the different possibilities you can have. And then, all right, I've got like a Whisper White piece, or not Whisper White, Wisteria Wonder piece. Like, all right, imagine just like matting that up on top of it, having that Wisteria Wonder peek through, and then like a nice little sentiment up here, you know, get a little stitched framelit action going on, you know, with a, you know, happy anniversary or much love, sending love, something like that, something romantic, one of the sentiment sets. Like, it's gorgeous. Like, you don't have to have a whole lot with this card technique. Make it into a tag, bookmarks, you know, whatever. You've made your own specialty designer series paper. So, all right, I'm going to stop rambling now, but, you know, it's so easy at times. So thank you for watching. If you liked what you saw, please remember to give me that thumbs up, and remember to subscribe. For those of you who are already subscribers, welcome back. Hope you learned something new, or I've inspired you to do something new and different. If you have any questions, want to see a specific Stampin' Up! Product demo, or are interested in hosting a virtual party, feel free to contact me or leave a comment. The best way to contact me for a party is through ecdesignstudios.stampinup.net. Fill out the contact form. And yeah, PDFs of all current Stampin' Up! Catalogs can be found on my website. The occasions and celebrations do go live January 4th. But I think I'm going to jump the gun and post the PDFs on January 3rd, so you have a little bit of time to plan what you're wanting to purchase. If you want an actual physical copy of any of the catalogs, all you have to do is place an order with me, and I send the customers who placed an order within the last 6 months a free copy of any new catalogs and whatnot. You can also... I'm pretty sure you can buy them on your own. I'm not 100% sure, but you know, if you're going to be purchasing anyway, why not save yourself a couple bucks and get them for free? All right, that's it for today. Until next time, happy crafting. Bye.